But so I recreated it with my Meraki access point, the same setup that we tested in the store. So I have a Wi-Fi network called Safeway Free Wi-Fi. I created a QR code called Safeway Free Wi-Fi that will connect my iPhone to this network. The network is configured with a captive portal and with a redirect to the Cloud4Wi splash page instead of using the native Meraki splash page. So let's scan this code with my iPhone, right? So click here. He asked me to join the free Wi-Fi, Safeway Free Wi-Fi, join, and of course nothing happens. So let me put the phone here. Again, we saw that nothing happens. It doesn't trigger the captive portal automatically. So the captive portal will be triggered only if the access point receives an HTTP request. And opening Safari will just do that. And so you see, I open Safari again, like in your case, and it opens the pop-up that loads the Cloud4Wi splash page instead of the Meraki splash page. So I confirm this works both with Meraki and Cloud4Wi. But it requires to open an app like Safari. Sometimes even settings will do the same. Let me do it from scratch. But it's not really not always Safari triggers an HTTP request with the opening settings. Let's try again. Yeah, this time it did. It usually does. All right. The next test I wanted to show you is that if the user, however, does scan the QR code. Let me do it again. Click here, and then after that, instead of opening Safari or the settings, if they open the Safeway app, well, then nothing happens. Even if I use the app, I search, whatever, it doesn't really. So the app most likely doesn't use any HTTP protocol to retrieve information from the server, so it doesn't trigger the captive portal. And I tried with Amazon app. I tried with Google search, Gmail, and many other apps, and it does the same. So not most of the apps, they don't use the HTTP protocol to retrieve information. And just to double test this, now if I open Safari, it will trigger the captive portal. It looks like there is a timeout. I haven't figured it out. There is a certain amount of time that the user has to click Safari. After that, it won't work. You need to scan the QR code from scratch. But it's a few minutes, so that's probably not a problem.